It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot woot. Hi everyone, this is Julie from Patchworks and I am so excited for you to join us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. So tonight is Thursday, May 18th, 2023. And I am here in the shop all by my lonesome tonight. So I will do my best to keep up with comments and show you all sorts of great stuff. Let me know that you can hear me and see me. I think I see comments, so you must be able to see me. And no one says they can't hear me, so that is fabulous. Yay for technology today. So tonight we have our Must Sew TV program. We have a new bundle of the week. We also are debuting our new 12-pack pattern of the month. Then I have a little bit of new fabric. We'll give you some updates. And then tomorrow night, we are going to have an extended program because tomorrow night we are featuring our month of May Skinny Bolt sale. What? Oh, that is so exciting. So it's just super exciting that we have all that fun stuff going on. So let us hop on to show you what our bundle of the week is. And let me just see, because right before we went live, I didn't see it online. So I'm just going to show you the bundle, talk about it while I see if it can be online. How does that sound? All right. So I'm going to show you, oh, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fabric here. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. So this is our bundle of the week. So 12 fat quarters, okay, 12 fat quarters. And that 12 fat quarters is regularly priced at $39, but our special bundle of the week price is $24.99. Super, super, super exciting. Let me just see here. I don't think we have our other item here, so I'll make sure that that's on. Also, what you can do is let me know in the comments if you would like this bundle set aside for you, since it's not quite online yet. We did make quite a few of these bundles, which is super exciting, and we will be able to hook you up with them, send you an invoice out later tonight, and then of course we have them available in store. How exciting. And when it's online, it is going to be on that very front page of our website in the section called Bundle of the Week, which is accompanied by the other leftover bundles of the week that are left over from previous months. So what is my inspiration behind this fabric line? Super, super pretty. And some of these fabrics may be a new to you fabric. So I was inspired by this quilt behind me. So this is a 12-pack quilt called Boxes that we had done many moons ago with a Bonnie and Camille line. And as we're doing this as we're doing this new 12-pack pattern once a month now for a total of 36 months, I thought, you know, most of the time we're going to be making new, but sometimes we might have some fabric in the store that matches a fabric a quilt that we've done up previously. So this month, since we're still getting in the groove of when this is released, so we're already at May 17th, and we're going to have another one that we're working on that's going to be released June 1st. So I took the opportunity to use Boxes, share with you an already made quilt, and then the bonus is that I'm going to be offering you the bundle of the week in a colorway that would go spectacularly well with this quilt. Most of the time, the bundles that I'm showing you that coordinate with our free pattern are full price packs. So this one is super exciting. So, and I see a couple of you saying, so Lisa doesn't recognize this pattern. And you know, some of these patterns, you know, are super, super vintage that we had been playing with. So I'm super exciting for those of you who have been playing along with us for a long time that there are some new things for you. So how the free pattern works is that if you stop in the store during the next bit, you get this complimentary pattern. And if you order anything online, I also include it in your order. So we're just going to take one more look at this beautiful fabric collection here. And it is a curated collection that I put together. So this is some Bonnie and Camille, along with a little bit of Liz McCrae, I think is her name. And then we have the Simply Basics. We have some other Bonnie and Camille here, and then a little bit of Fig Tree to get us just a nice balanced collection. So this one is not going to last long. We do have quite a few made up, so just let us know if you need one. I'm checking one more time to see if it is online yet, to make it easier for you. All my mad typing in the background. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So super, super, super exciting, and otherwise you just let me know that you need one. Nope. Okay. Well, that's all right. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a moment to share with you a little bit about how this quilt goes together. So the way that this pattern is shown right here is it doesn't quite look like boxes. It looks more like a zigzag, right? Or hidden diamonds or something. But if you look at the pattern, let me see if you can see it like this. So if you look at the pattern with it sideways, it does have that 3D look to it. So it depends on how you organize the pattern as to if it's going to look more like zigzags or more like cubes, okay? Either is fun, and if you intend it to look like cubes, you probably will want to pay a little bit closer attention to your fabric organization so that you get the right shading for it to happen. So this particular quilt is using the 12 headquarters, 5 3/4 yards of background. You could also just push that up to 6 so that, you know, in case if there's an issue, you have a little bit extra. And the quilt finishes to 60 by 70. Currently, it's a floating border, so you have that background here as your border. You could easily extend it by putting a colorful border on the outside, either by making this outer border thinner or leaving it thick and adding something to extend it even larger. At the size that it's at, you'll want to have 4 yards of backing and 5 3/8 or 3/4 yards of binding. We did use a white matching binding on this that matched the background. Keep in mind that right now for our bias binding on a roll, white is the one color that they're still not making. So send over to Moda, just telling them that you want the Moda Bella Off-White to be offered as a bias binding on a roll so that we have that easily accessible to us. They don't understand that people like to have white bindings. I don't know. I like to use white bindings all the time. How about you? All right. So how are we going to do this? So I went ahead and I cut and pieced some things, and I'm going to then show you how we'll cut the quilt to put these together. So let's look on overhead and see how we can fit this in. Okay, so we have 2 components here. We have plain pieces that are 3 inches. That would be from your colorful fabric. And then we have the 3-inch pieces that are put between 4 3/4 inch strips, okay? So these are really the 2 components that go together in making the quilt. Now in cutting these, you don't use any sort of fancy ruler, you are going to be using your strip ruler and using the 60-degree line on there. So wouldn't you know, the strip ruler that we have here, our Big Daddy ruler that we manufacture right here in Wisconsin, has that 60-degree line on it, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to work on the 3-inch piece first. And I'll just show you how you can quick cut a diamond using this ruler. A lot of times we work with fancier rulers, but we're just going to use this ruler. So we have a 3-inch strip. And here I have a 60-degree line. So most of the time we use our strip rulers where we line up on the perpendicular and cut straight. In this case, we're going to rotate it to the 60-degree line as our base. I'm going to scooch it on over to make my straight cut. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to cut 4-inch diamonds. 4? Is that what I'm doing? 4 inches, yes. So I'm going to leave it on this 60-degree line, and I'm going to bump it over 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy. I just love it when you can do things with rulers that you already have. I love selling you gadgets, but I know I like spending my money on fabric rather than acrylic. So this works really well. All right, so you can get 4 of these diamonds out of each 3-inch strip from your fat quarter, okay? So you'll want to follow the instructions for that. Now you're going to repeat to cut a total of 90 boxes from 30 strips. Whew. Cut, cut, cut. So once you're confident with that, you can of course stack your strips up. Then we're going to do a similar cut with our pieced strip here. So we have our background, our pieced, and our background here. And I went ahead and I pieced it. And for those of you who like to press to the dark side, I went ahead and pressed to the dark side rather than pressing open. Of course, you can press open if you prefer. I was just choosing to press to one side, especially with it being one fabric. All right, so now what we're going to be doing is that we're going to do the same thing, but we want to cut it so that it is the other way. So we could either flip the ruler this way, okay, or what we could do is we could rotate it so that we're cutting it upside down using the ruler in the way it was intended. So I prefer, and let me just scoot this down so that you can see, I prefer to flip the fabric and do it this way, okay? So I'm going to make a little cut here. I lined it up. I made sure that I don't go off the edge. I don't want to fuss with the zoom right now because, well, you know, technology. And we are going to cut this 4 inches as well. So you want to line this up here and here. All right. And I'll show you after we cut them how it looks just like it would look in the picture on the pattern, okay? So we can get 3 segments from this. And if we had wanted to, okay, so now we're going to talk high level craziness. So do you see how we had to like take this much and kind of like throw it away? If we had wanted to optimize the amount of strips we could get out of this, what we would do is we would stagger sewing so that we would sew the middle strip here and then this back piece here so that we'd be able to get out a fourth one. But the pattern just calls for 3, so we're just follow the pattern. Okay, so I'm going to do the Presto Changeo and move this so we can see how right side up. Da, 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 da. Pay no attention to the person moving the fabric below the camera. All right, so now it looks just like the pattern, okay? But I didn't want to flip my ruler upside down. Okay, so that's the basic cut. Now that we have that cut, when we're putting this together, we are able to, oh, now we have to cut these guys off. Forgot we have one more cut that we need to make. So we are going to cut this. All right, we are going to trim this off here. Trim, have that left over. And trim okay, and now it looks like the picture. So we can assemble these by taking this here. Okay, so clearly you'd have other colors along the way, but you just continue along the way. So after you play around, so the cut itself is a little tedious, but not complicated. You also do not need a different ruler. Shoo! So I think that the layout is super cool. And I think you can get a lot of fun, different designs there. I think it would be interesting to make it up so that you have a little bit more of that 3D look. But I really like it as the little zigzag. So we'll just call it the Zigzag Boxes quilt. All right, let me clean up my mess and then we can show you some more stuff. So any questions on that today? And once again, the bundle is the bundle of the week, and that's available in store tomorrow, online hopefully later today. And it's only not online if you're just joining us right now, because somehow it did not want to populate on the website. So it will be on shortly. But we're not stressing about that. And if you had needed one right away, just make sure to go ahead and put in the comments, and I'll make sure to set one aside for you. All right, so what else do we have going on? Well, I'm going to show you a little bit more of the Lella Boutique for the fabric that we had gotten in last week. We had gotten in yardage, but we hadn't gotten in all the goodies and doodads. So we have to show you goodies and doodads, right? Ooh. All right, so this is the Christmas Eve, and I know you're all excited that it's finally almost summer, even though we had, oh goodness, that pneumonia front that came in earlier in the week that was super cold. Whoa. And but everything's warming up now, and it's almost time to plant our plants. And I know some of you probably already are getting started by getting those gardens ready. So Lella Boutique has Christmas Eve here. I went through and showed you all of the beautiful fabrics last time. I do have this collection on the website on the front page, and let me get that link for you so that you can see that. All of the fun stuff is up there as well. Okay, so there is the link for you. I'm not going to tear apart Heidi's beautiful folding work. If you had wanted to see the layout, you can look on the bundle online. You can also review our video from last week. But I think we should look at what good stuff we have. So let's take a peek overhead. All right. So, so Lisa's been waiting for months for this. Patty. So Patty, let us know what one you want us to put aside. A fat quarter tower, a jelly roll, layer cake, panel, let us know. And Iona, I hope we see you tomorrow. So we have the layer cake. I think we have charm pack. Here's the charm pack. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. All right, so the jelly rolls, charm packs, layer cakes. We have the fat quarter towers. We have yardage. I believe we also have half yard bundles. And so let us know if you need anything like this or any additional things. Thanks so much, Patty. I see that. Perfect. And then I normally don't get candies, but we got candies on this one because there is a super cute project that we're going to be making. And this is a free and downloadable pattern, but we also have it available as a for purchase pattern if you had wanted to have it already nicely printed on glossy paper. And this is a fun little pillow that could also be done up as a table topper or wall hanging. And it is a fun little project that has mini charms converted into tiny little presents. So for Christmas or for birthday or such, super, super cute. And we have a whole bunch of these little mini charms, which we thought would be great. We also got in more jelly rolls than usual because this quilt here, oh my goodness, Saint Nick, it's so cute. So this is a jelly roll pattern. So it uses a jelly roll or a layer cake and then some other yardage to complete it. But isn't that adorable? You just want to squish Santa's cheek. He's so cute. So super fun. These patterns, $10 for this one. If you had wanted the printed out pattern of this one, it is $4. And then we also brought in the reindeer crossing. This one we saw pop up last fall when it was debuted at Fall Market. But we have all the official fabric for this. Let us know if you had needed this kitted up. We'd be more than happy to kit it up for you. And then I had requests, there's a couple other patterns that she released with this fabric line that we are getting in stock. So if there's ever anything that comes with a line that you think we need to have that we don't have, just let me know because I would love to get it for you. And then I'm not prepared to open this up right now because, well, it's just me. So, but we can have this hanging and show you in the store. So here's one of those giant quilt panels. It's 58 by 73. So it could either be a duvet cover, it could be the back of a quilt, it could just be a panel quilt. You could do something really fun with it. But this is really, really, really pretty. It coordinates with this. It's giant and it's 'tis the season to be jolly. If you wanted to turn it just into a quilt just like this, you would want this panel, 5/8 of a yard of binding, 4 yards of backing, and some binding, or batting. So super pretty. Colors go perfectly well, so you can just have a whole ensemble. You could also turn this into a shower curtain. That could be super fun to just have a decked out house. So you have your bathroom coordinating with the living room and your bedroom. Oh my goodness, all the things. So let us know what we can hook up for you. All right. So that is the Christmas Eve extra doodads that we received in. We received in the Create Joy Project Christmas pre-cuts. I don't know why I don't have them in front of me tonight, so I'll have to show them to you next time. but they are in store. The other panel that I showed you last week, but I know that we have some other people watching tonight, is this really cool Ruby Star patchwork panel that a lot of people have been waiting for. So this has all sorts of really amazing squares in it that you can just frame this out. You can cut them up and use them in center of stars. There is a free and downloadable pattern that you can use with this as well. So all of those are from the Moda website. I shared the link with you last week. I didn't have it up for you today. Make sure to just send me a message if you had needed help finding that one. Some new fabric that you haven't seen yet is some autumnal or Thanksgiving themed fabric. This is called Give Thanks. It is by Kim Schaefer for Andover Fabrics. Kim is a local quilt designer, and one of her books here, Festive Fall Quilts, which is one of our best selling of all time quilt books here from C&T Publishing, this has some of her older out of print fabrics, but these fabrics that we're going to be showing you tonight could be perfect for some of these projects. So I'll show you overhead a little sneak peek of the book, and then we'll take a peek at the fabrics. All right, so the book here, Festive Fall Quilts, it is $27.95, and you can see lots of autumnal colors here. And if you get into the leaves, there's some Halloween things which are brighter, so that might not quite be appropriate. The sunflower. Oh, the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Autumn Splendor quilt. That is the beautiful log cabin style with the applique all around. Oh, just gorgeous. The turkey legs, which is a wonderful wall hanging. Colors go perfectly well with that. So lots of great things that you can do with this fabric line. Some scattered leaves. Harvest table topper. Great Halloween projects in here as well. There's always great value and great bang for your buck with Kim's projects. And then she has some placemats. And so all of the applique shapes that are in her books are always full size here, so there's no need to tape things together or to enlarge them on a copier. So I love, love, love that about Kim's patterns. That's one of the things that she requires when she does her patterns. So the new fabric we have here, we have some leaves, acorns, and you can see how these fabric, really, she has her fabric designs really emulate a lot of her applique patterns, and she has consistent styling throughout the years. So it's so cool seeing the evolution of her designs. Now this pattern, what I think, so now she's adding in the on-trend theme of mushrooms. So these are spectacular. And even if you weren't making an autumnal pattern here, yes, I do like to say that word, we have all of these great mushrooms here on this stylized print. So, you know, you could make it into a foraging bag. And I know the morels are in season right now. I follow a page where they're talking about foraging for them, so that's super cool. And then we get into alternate colorways here. We have some golden tan. There's a really nice background color here, more acorns, leaves, this print again. These are great basics. You can see the acorns. We have the mushroom print in green. More vibrant orange sunflowers, plays really well. Another one of these cross-stitch backgrounds. Cream, some green acorns. Oh, I don't know which one I like better, if I like the black or the cream background of that. And then we have more acorns, more leaves, more sunflowers, and then the gorgeous all over print. So what can you do with this collection? Well, of course, you could do any pattern. You could do something from the book. And Andover has also given us a free and downloadable pattern that I'm going to give you the link for that right here. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the pattern here. So on the Andover website, there is a Give Thanks pattern here, which is a 60 by 84, so ample size. And it is a courthouse step log cabin styling of a block, so very simple construction, and really showcases the fabrics in that outer frame as well as the inside square. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you had wanted us to kit it up for you, just let us know. We'd be more than happy to kit it up exactly as shown. We haven't started our holiday sewing yet, so you'll be seeing samples coming up throughout the summer, but we know some of you like to get started on your projects early, and I want to showcase that we have started to get these fabrics so that you can get sewing with some of the new fabric, which is super exciting. So we do have fat quarter towers put together for this. The fat quarter tower has 22 fabrics in the line, is $71.50. Anyone who is looking for a half yard or yard tower, just let us know. We'd be more than happy to assist you with that. Okay, so lots of really great stuff here. We have also received in some additional blenders for the color wall. Things have been a little leaning, and so we have received some yellows from Timeless Treasures and Dear Stella, also some extra blue, just some other really nice coordinates to help round out the color wall, because I know it's been a little lean. We've been doing our best between some of the basic collections that we had been reordering, being discontinued, and then trying to find suitable replacements for those. So we're hoping to round that out these days for you. I've been busy starting to see some of the fabric reps for next season fabrics. Oh, I know, I can't believe it, that we're already looking down the way for different things. So I just saw Stephanie, my motor rep, today, looking at all sorts of really exciting things, including the Chatsworth Block of the Month program that's going to be kicking off in January, featuring Doug Lako's newest Block of the Month pattern. We are going to be doing the Blue-ish by Zen Chic color option, as well as the Fancy That Design House option of featuring woodland and wildflowers. So those are two ones that we are absolutely doing. I have received a whole bunch of questions as well. We are going to be for sure carrying Dandy Duo by Robin Pickens, the collections for Cause Etchings, which is the Three Sisters beautiful line Super pretty. And that Collections for a Cause is for Parkinson's disease research. Also picking up some sugar cone from Kimberly Kite and XOXO April Rosenthal, and lots and lots and lots of other new goodies. So just wanted to show you that. Lisa is asking if I have any sneak peeks on the new block of the month. I don't have the picture here, and I was actually trying to work it all out because we started ordering it, and I had a question on the sheets that were provided to me because there was a little bit of a discrepancy, and we're on the new cycle of this. So I wanted to make sure that I have the full information before I give you details on it. But it is going to be featuring Doug Lako's newest pattern that's going to be released, and I'm super excited. We're looking at also adding a third colorway, as well as you of course have the option of choosing your own adventure by simply buying the pattern. The pattern is going to be $20. It's going to be an ample booklet, so it's more than just a normal pattern. So I think it's a really great price for a block of the month program. Sometimes those booklets can get to be a little spendy. So, but I don't have any digital picture. I'm just going to quick check over here and make sure I don't have a little paper piece here. Dun, dun, dun. Just checking in. I suppose I could look in my box here in front of you. I could look in my box. So we are going to be playing along with this fun little pouch club starting in June. We have a little sample of the Collections for a Cause etchings, which is so pretty and very classic Three Sisters. I don't think they gave us a picture here in this printout for Doug's new quilt. No, I do not have it. So as soon as I get that, Lisa, I will be sharing it. I had hoped to actually even have pricing for you today, but that didn't happen because I wanted to make sure that I had the full and proper information so that I didn't have to revise that for you. All right. So lots of fun stuff, and isn't that cool that I got a fun box? So I get that from Moda every fabric release so that I can just be tempted at all of the great fabric. I typically don't have fabric appointments on Thursdays before our shows here because I'm all about the shows, but just how the schedule had to work out, we had to tweak things around. So I was happy Stephanie could come in today, and I appreciate your patience with my not having everything at the tips of my fingers today. Speaking of blocks of the month, there is something super exciting that just has been hitting the shelf, and have to show you how exciting this is. I've been talking about it for months now, it seems. Months and months and months and months and months. So, the Queen of Diamonds, which is a English paper piecing pattern. I have a picture of that one here because I've been showing it to you forever. And this one here is a 60 by 73 inch English paper piecing. So all of those diamonds are all hand pieced using the little papers, and then it is machine pieced with the sashing, which makes it go together a little bit quicker. So I have finally been able to get my hands on a pattern. So we have more patterns coming in, and we hadn't had anything available on the website before. We will have everything that you need to be able to play along. So if you were in need of pattern, standalone papers, so it does require all of these papers to go together, and then the templates, so the plastic templates, so you can do all the fun fussy cutting for this stuff. Pricing for this is comparable to if you had bought it direct from Paper Pieces or Pinktor Fabrics. So the pattern is $34.99 for this full color book. The templates are not included, so you do need the paper pieces, so the pieces of paper that you wrap around and stitch. This is $70, and this has everything that you need for making all of the blocks. And then an optional acrylic set to help you fussy cut and get things just perfect from Paper Pieces is also $70. So there's 19 acrylic pieces in here, which are super cool. And that is all together. Now, if you had wanted fabric, I would be able to arrange for you either to, because we carry all of these fabrics here. So a lot of you have been collecting lots of fabrics, and so you were only interested in the pattern and the papers and things like that, for those of you who had asked me previously. If you are looking for a full fabric kit, we are able to make some more for you, and because we stock everything here, and it is 4 quarterly payments of $140. That does include the pattern, okay, but the papers and templates are extra. Let me know what you need. So, I know some of you are also looking to just supplement a little bit. A lot of these are fat eighths and things, so I first had my an option just as of yesterday to be able to get my hands on it and look at it. I believe I'm going to be able to put together separate block packs as well, but just that you know, because of the amount of fabric we're talking about, that is the price point. If you were interested in any parts along the way, just let me know and we can hook you up. So if you were interested about English paper piecing, I wanted to share with you some of the tools of the trade that help you get that help you along the way. So things that we have in store here. So first off, you're probably thinking, okay, I'm going to be doing some hand piecing, so I'm probably going to want some good needles and thread. So my favorite hand needles are the Tulip hand needles. My favorite size is the Big Eye size 10 Milner's needle. It's a little bit longer of a needle. We also carry sewing needles and quilting needles that are the super short ones. So the reason why I like the Milner's needles are that they're really nice and long, and I just prefer to have a longer needle when I hand sew. The reason why I like the Tulip needles are that they have a superior polished finish, so they glide through your fabric easier, and with it being the nice straw needle, they also glide through easy. Keep in mind, if you have needles from 85 billion years ago, needles do wear out just like your machine needles. So treat yourself to some hand needles. We have some available. For your thread, Tula suggests her amazing Neons and Neutrals thread collection, which is a 50 weight Aurifil. So I have opened this up in case if you had wanted to see it at the store. So there are 20 amazing spools in here, including the 3 neons here and some other great neutrals to go along. We have an assortment of, and this is the 50 weight cotton. We of course have tons of 50 weight small spools available in the store. 80 weight is also fabulous for your hand English paper piecing. And so the 80 weight is finer yet than your 50 weight. And we do have the 80 weight available in Tula's favorite color, which is 2835. So they come on this really cool wooden spool, and we have an assortment of different colors available in the store. Polyester can also be a good option for your English paper piecing for when you're connecting your pieces together. And this is Bottom Line, which is a super thin, it's a 60 weight polyester thread that's super strong and super thin. When you are working with the needles, a lot of times people are concerned about threading the needle. So what kind of needle threaders do we have? Oh my goodness, we have lots. So this is your basic needle threader, right? So it's the Clover that comes 2 up. This is the kind that we've been using forever and ever. Still value priced at $275 for the pair. So these are super great. A slight upgrade would be the double needle threader right here, which would have it similar. So we have a large needle and a small needle size. And most of the needles that we're using with our small thread are small needles. So you want to make sure that you have a small eye that you can fit through. And this one is $575, and it has a nice cap to go over both sides so that it's less likely to break. We also have the threader with the cutter on this side. So this one is super cool because you have the needle threader on the one side, and then on the opposite side you have a little blade tucked in here so you can cut your thread. So that is super cool. And then we have the Deluxe. We have the Soline, and that's available in 2 different sizes. So it's not just 2 colors. It's not the white or the pink. So don't think that because it's pink that, oh, I like pink, let me get that one. You want to look at what size needles you're going to be using. So this is fine needles, which is 9 to 12. Our Big Eye 10 here is between sizes 9 to 12. And this one is for fine needle sizes 4 to 8. So this one here is 7, 8, 9. So you'd actually need both. Now the cool thing about this package as well is that, let me see, can I open it here? Is that there is also needles inside. So you have a few needles that you can get started with. So that work in the threader. So super cool pack here that we have, and since this one's open, let's just look at it, and we can also look at the needle threader. And each of these needle threaders does also have the this section here can be replaced, replacement cartridge in case if it breaks, which is super nice. So you're able to slide your needle in, put your thread there, clamp it down, pull it out. Oh, I should actually have this for demonstration because this is super cool to be able to share that with you. And then there's a little blade on this side to be able to cut your thread. Super cool. And then here it tells you what size of needle. I think it's a little blurry here, but this is size 5 to 8. And then this tells you right on the side here that this is 9 to 12 so that you won't make any mistakes. All right, and then when you're done, you just slide that back out to keep everything nice and tidy and neat and not break. Okay. Next up, when we are hand piecing, a lot of times people like thimbles. I don't know, I go back and forth because my fingers get hot. I don't know. So I like the gold leather thimble. We are currently out of stock on that particular one, but other types that we have, and we've really the ones that we've been carrying, we've had very good responses on, and so we stop carrying a product if we get bad reviews for it. So just know if we have a thimble or a needle or something in stock, any tool, we stop carrying it if we get bad reviews. So we have the Nimble thimble in a variety of sizes. This one is leather, and you have a little room for your fingernail to pop out of there. So that one is nice. $5.79, so it's a nice price point. The Clover, These have the size guides in them right here, so you can just pop your finger through, and I think that's brilliant that they have the size guides. This has the flat top in it. Works really nice. $14.95 in a variety of different sizes. If you prefer a rubber thimble, we have the rubber thimble with the metal top so that you don't poke yourself through. And so once again, your size guides right here. $9.75 for your rubber thimble with the metal top. We have the leather thimble that you wear on the side like a ring when you, that leaves an exposed fingertip. There's 2 in each of these, and you just crimp it to size. So it is a single size piece. This is $4.25 for the pair. We also have a double-sided thimble that has the coin on the tip. $14.50. What are your favorite thimbles that you use? And then if you want to have a little bit of a shield, but you don't want anything covering because you just sweat too much or you don't like the feeling of total enclosure, there's a product called Thimble Pads, Ultra Thimble and Thimblet. So Thimble Pad is a little leather-ish, real leather with adhesive on it. It's a little dot that you put on the tip of your finger wherever you're going to poke. Reusable adhesive, so you can use it again and again. But you see it is semi-disposable. $9.54 for 12 dots. We have the Ultra Thimble, which is that little metal thimble just in a little dot with the reusable Ultra Thimble adhesive dots. We do have replacement dots as well, which could be used on either of these. $10.60 for this. And then we have the self-stick ovals, which are more disposable, 64 different ovals for needle control and such, and this is $8.19. For pulling your needle through, if you ever have a challenge with that, we do have the Dritz needle pullers. However, when you're working with the English paper piecing, often you're not going to have the requirement for the needle pullers, but this is a good little gadget to have in place. From a little tiny scissors, oh, this is one of my new favorites. This is the Karen K. Buckley Perfect Scissors in the tiny, it's in the small, not tiny. And it has a little sheath here, and it has the micro tip scissors. You don't need the micro tip for just cutting thread, but I just think they're super cute, and I love, love, love it. So these are $21.99 on our website. Super fun, super cute. These Sew Tight dots that you might have seen online, they are magnetic pins that can hold things. We currently have the 5-pack of dots and the 5-pack of skulls in stock. We are getting the 5-pack of Tula hearts back in stock, but this is what we have today at this instant. And the Libs Elliot candy skulls are $25.99 and the dots are $19.99. And last but not least, we have the glue sticks. So there's lots of different glue sticks out there, but I love the Soline glue sticks for adults. It comes with fully loaded and 1 extra. And then we have packs of 2 and packs of 6 as our refills. So lots of great options for these items. So if you were interested in any in participating with the Queen of Diamonds block of the month, it is going to be starting around the world in June. I believe June 5th actually is going to be the kickoff video from Pink Door Fabrics. They are the pattern designer of this particular program. Tula is going to be sewing along with this. We are going to be adding a little bit of tips and tricks along this, and we'll be showcasing, if you've never English paper pieced, how you do it, and also have the opportunity to even share with you how to do some fussy cutting, whether it's with these templates or with the Julie Herman fussy cutting shapes, just how you go about fussy cutting things to be able to do super interesting things with them. So there's plenty of time to still hop on to this. This pattern is available for a long time. And I know there's a couple of you who even want to be playing along, but using totally different fabric. So I know Colleen is going to be using, I believe it was some very traditional floral fabrics, and that's super fun. So it's going to be fun to see how all of these things come together. So if you wanted to play, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to custom create a package that works for you. Whew. Oh my goodness, it's 8 o'clock already. So I'm just going to do a quick recap, show you that bundle of the week that's still not online yet. I'll make sure to get that after the fact. Remember, we have them in store as well. So this is one of those very rare times that we have a bundle of the week that will coincide with our brand new complimentary 12-pack pattern. How fun is that? So we have, I mean, I just love this. And we do have these available on the Bolt as well. This is part of the new addition to our sale room. Can you believe we got some really amazing fabrics that Moda had a little bit of an overstock on. And so we thought we would just bring them in and share them with you right at this great price. We included here, we have this one on the regular floor, so I'll show you what is in the sale room, and then I'll add in what came from the regular sales floor, in case if you fell in love with individual fabric. So these 9 came from the sale room, and these 3 are from our regular collection. This particular pack, regularly priced, would be $39. Our bundle of the week price, $24.99. So tomorrow we are going to have our Skinny Bolt sale starting at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. The Skinny Bolts, as well as in our Skinny Bolts, we'll have, like we've done in the past, where we have a variety of short bolts from around the regular section. We have a lot of blenders in there this time, which is really, really cool, and going to be a great value for you. We also are doing a ton of wide backs at 3-yard or end of bolt cuts, and a ton of short cuddle cuts, which is super fun. So it's a little bit different from things that we've been doing. And you know, we'll add in a couple bundles along the way as well. So lots and lots and lots of fun. I hope that we'll be able to see you again tomorrow night. If you aren't able to join us, but you're interested in the deals, you can either just check out our website at 7 o'clock tomorrow night or anytime after. Anything that's left after the sale tomorrow will be put in store on our table of chaos. So really, really exciting. We have, I think, about 10 pieces remaining from our previous Skinny Bolt sale. And so if there are any of those pieces remaining at tomorrow, we will mark those 10 pieces down even more so that they go home with you. So I can't wait to share all these steals and deals with you. As always, thank you for sharing your time with me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let me know how we can assist in any of these programs that I shared with you or any of your custom shopping needs. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.